Come new gate, barrage these kids. Come new gate. They're in gear. Right. Come on, guys. There's only 6 of them here. Rush
I'm pushing in.
Rush new gate. Get on PK stake at the gate. Rush new gate. Everybody, get the new gate. Get on PK stake.
Now PD's fucking us at portal. Now. I'm trying to get out. Hold on.
Yeah, everybody come.
Yo, look all the way down on XO Pure, northwest on XO Pure, guys. Just northwest of the gate on XO Pure. He's running to the gate right now, running to the crate, Yep, got a freeze. XO Pure, all the way northwest of the gate, He's spraying range right now. He's in D-high.
Stop for a moment. I want you to listen. Listen to the fat bass that will send the blood coursing through your veins. It'll show you you're alive. Listen to the fat bass.
So, I'm not sure what month it was back in 2005 that I began playing RuneScape, but I certainly remember the year that it was 2005 when I began playing this game. There was a website going around my school at the time called miniclip.co.uk, which was a arcade website. I don't know if it's still around. And, the kids in my school would be playing, the arcade games during the middle of lunch. This was around the time when PCs and laptops were being introduced into high schools here in the UK. And, particularly during the winter months, it was better to be indoors. And if you could get yourself to one of the PCs before someone else took it right at the beginning of lunch for 45 minutes, you could, play arcade games. And one of the games on that website was RuneScape. So when I was staying at my father's during one particular weekend, I went on miniclip.co.uk because it was the only website that I knew at the time to go on. The other one was Lycos, but that's another story. And I was going through the directory on miniclip.co.uk and I came across RuneScape and loaded it up and had no idea what it was and created my login details. And at the time I was a big Lord of the Rings fan. I just finished reading one of the books, and I believe The Two Towers had just came out a couple of years beforehand, which is my favourite Lord of the Rings film in the trilogy. And I thought it would be cool to cosplay and make a character called Aragorn, which means I was one of the thousands, if not millions, of kids all over the world who logged into RuneScape and thought it would be fun to pretend to be a character from Lord of the Rings. And I didn't know at the time that 17 years later I would still be playing this game. I would still be enjoying it. So certainly much better now than I was back then. And I am about to get myself my first ever 200 mil in this game. It's cooking. It's the second easiest skill in my opinion in this game. I believe fletching is easier than cooking. Though the arguments for which one is easier is kind of mute, considering they're both so easy to train. And I decided to go with cooking as my first 200 mil because it's easy. It's AFK. I'm always playing multiple accounts at the same time nowadays, and I wanted to play my main account this year more than I had in the previous couple of years. And I set myself the goal to go for a 200 mil, and I set my goal to get 200 mil on one of the easiest skills. So I am nearly 1% away from 200 mil. I'm not going to do a big celebration. I'm not going to, ask my clanmates to come together or make a tweet on Twitter asking people to show up at a certain date. I would do that for a skill like rune crafting, or you know, when I eventually max one of my other accounts, particularly when I max in free to play, which will happen one day. But cooking 200 mil, I wanted to acknowledge the fact that it's my first 200 mil. It took a long time. I started cooking from 99 to 200 mil last April, so yeah, it's been about 12 months since I started. It's been an on and off grind because I've burnt out of the game here and there and hadn't logged on my main for a couple of weeks every now and again, but I've been cooking most of the time when I'm logged in my main. PKing has actually taken quite a lot of time away from skilling, but seeing as I'm a leader of a PKing clan now, I enjoy PKing. So it's taken 12 months, and I've done Quam brands all the way from 99 to 200 mil. I believe it got 99 cooking itself like 4 years ago, back in 2018, 2017. It was one of those years when I was in the middle of going for the maximum total level on this account, and I didn't cook for a long time until I started again last year, and here I am, nearly 200 mil cooking. So I will see you when the 200 mil is done. Okay, this is going to be my last inventory of cooked food on this account, Quam brands. Done mostly Quam brand to the way up to 200 mil. Did the Quam brands because they're just profit. I could have done anglerfish or shark as well. They're also profit at the moment. Maybe not shark, I'm not sure. I haven't cooked sharks in ages on this account or checked the prices for anglerfish either. But I start with Quam brands. You know, can't go wrong with Quam brands. Made a lot of profit. It's actually contributed to quite a healthy cash stack. A lot of that is actually from a 12 plate body drop that I got the other day. I'm looking forward to showing that one day in a max progress video. But yeah, I'm about to finish 200 mil cooking. And there we are, it's done. Raya has achieved 200 mil in cooking. Okay, let's see what rank we ended up at on the high scores. So on the high scores, I have finished 200 mil. 1932 is the rank. I click on this now. Yep, I'm the most recent person to achieve 200 mil, behind whoever this guy is. The rank will probably go up over the years because I believe cooking is a highly botted skill. That looks like a bot name. That looks like a bot as well. Yeah, these high scores are covered in bots, so I think the rank will go up in time, but finishing in the top 2k, not too shabby, but not the best either. I'm very late to the party, and cooking is a very easy skill. If I go over to Temple, it will say that I've done 175 mil, nearly 176 mil cooking XP this year on this account. It's not taking into account the fact that before I name changed to Raya, my account was Vaz21 for like a month, and then I decided to settle on the name Raya because I decided to name swap my name Vizela of my main onto my hardcore man. So yep, that's the Temple page. I haven't done much in the past year on this account. I can definitely do a lot better, but 176 mil cooking XP. That's not too bad for a year's work. So, what is next? Well, as you can see, I play multiple accounts at the same time, as my subscribers know. Maybe some people are new to the channel, so they don't know that I multi-account a lot. But I play multiple accounts at the same time. And playing this many accounts at the same time means that I don't really spend much effort on the main nowadays. It's more AFK grind, which is why I'm like nearly 61 mil woodcutting XP. AFK is why I'm now 200 mil cooking. A lot of the skills I do on my main is AFK, so when it comes to the next 200 mil, as I'm not going to stop at 200 mil cooking, I will continue playing the account and going for as many 200 mils as I can, but what's next? Well, I'm kind of fascinated with the idea of going for a 200 mil magic AFK. It's not the most efficient thing to do, but it is AFK, and I have quite a large cash stack nowadays that I'm not really using as much because I've nearly bought all the supplies to finish this account in the top left here, which is my free-to-play only account. So I can splash the cash a bit on my main for AFK, and I've got myself quite a large stack of amulets that I'm just AFK stringing here with the lunar spellwork. And so my next 200 mil might be magic, it might be fletching, but it'll most definitely will be a AFK skill. I don't want to AFK Nightmare Zone too much anymore. In fact, I've probably done too much Nightmare Zone, because one day I will go for 200 mil Slayer on this account as well. But yeah, it'll probably be an AFK skill. So when it comes to the question of what's next, I have to take into account all these accounts here. My main isn't the priority anymore. I want to max my free-to-play only account here in the top left. It's 1400 total, ranked 23 in the world now. I got ranked 23 on free-to-play wiki the other day, and it has 5 skills left for me to get 99 in, so I need to finish that. I want to start competing on the high scores for Hardcore Ironman, because this is more competitive and open leaderboard. The main game is done, top 25 is locked in. That isn't going to change unless they bring in a 24 skill, which I personally think they will do one day. But until that happens, the main game is finished and done with. And then of course there's the question of my UIM, which for all of today I've been just AFKing range here at the sand crabs as I was watching Netflix whilst cooking, and then I'm probably gonna go back to pest control and start doing points, which is a minor spoiler for the upcoming Maxed episode as I started releasing episodes of Max. So there will be a progress video of my UIM coming out soon. So that's what's next in the immediate, and for a long term it'll just be another AFK skill all the way up to 200 mil. Probably will be another year until I get another 200 mil on this account, because I don't, play it too efficiently or spend much time on it. Most of it is just AFK, but I am still playing the main, and there will be a 200 mil again on this account one day. And yeah, that's it. 200 mil cooking is done. And I have still things left to do on these 4 accounts, and obviously my free-to-play is going to become a priority very, very soon. I've said that in the past. There's some people who are rolling their eyes in the free-to-play community because I always say that I'm going to spend more time on my free-to-play account and focus on it more, and I end up being distracted by my Iron Man or by my main or PKing or whatever. But I do want to max my free-to-play and finish it, and then continue competing on the high scores, which I've been doing now since the beginning of this year. So that's the long-term future of my gameplay on RuneScape. Just PKing, skilling, and going for AFK 200 mils on the main. But before this turns into like a 10-minute clip, I'm just going to end it here. Before I end, I wanted to ask you guys to start following me on Twitter. I don't really shout out my social media all that much, but I have links in the description. You can join 420's Discord server, which is public. I'm in there all the time. I'm nearly always in the public voice chat, so if you wanted to come and talk to me directly and hang out, I'm usually always in there. You can shoot me a PM by joining the Discord server, and I always post progress on Twitter about my accounts, whether I'm gaining new ranks or thoughts or something that I've got in the game. Follow me in real time on Twitter. And other than that, thank you for watching and reaching the end of this video if you did. And yeah, it's pretty cool to have my first 200 mil done in this game, and many more to come.